Alright, y'all. It's Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. Been raining all, I don't know how much it rained last night, but it's been raining all morning. I know it's been raining since 6. It's supposed to be quitting here in about an hour and a half. And it's probably rained too much for us to do any kind of cutting today, but we still got some mulch to put out, so we got Jose, Gabrielle, got them with us today, and we're gonna try to get this job knocked out. And me and Cody were just talking about what we're gonna do to be able to try to finish this list. I don't know what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm up here at Home Depot. We're gonna get the mulch. We're gonna have to get it in bags this time. For this area where we would have gotten the bulk, they're out. The place we got it from last time, they're out. I called another place too, and they were also out of black. Hopefully they'll hurry up with this forklift and get me loaded up so I can get back to this job. They've already changed some stuff right off the rip. One of them situations, the son and Cody walked through, looked at everything, quoted it, they took it. We ain't even got out of the truck good, and she's already talking about something else. I'll give y'all a little update right here. Things going good today. So, I mean, other than being held up by the rain and all. Of course, we're not done. But, beds are looking good. I mean, we got to, blow everything kind of tidied up a little bit, but. I'm gonna add some in here. Jose, lunchy? Gabriel. So, but yeah, and that straight line we made right there does look a lot better, with the bricks. And I went ahead and texted them before we touched it, and told them, hey, that's gonna be a little bit more. So a little bit of a blowout in it. Tell them what's your name.
My name is Jose.
My name is Gabriel, alias Krusty. Krusty the broom.
We got a little rain delay.
Just a little. Probably around the rest of the day.
Okay, so we had about a yard of mulch left, and started thinking on the way home, or really before we left, that there was a couple people we knew that we could hopefully sell it to, and we got it sold to a customer on the way home. Yeah, she could just use a little quick freshen these up a little bit. And we stopped at, it's actually these people, their business, we cut their business too. And of course, it's wet, but it's not like standing water or anything. And this yard right here will definitely tell on itself if it's too wet to cut, because water rushes out of this culvert and comes down through here like a river. And I mean, I'm not gonna say it ain't wet, but I think we can cut it. So, all right, y'all. So we got back cutting finally. So far it's all right. The first one had some standing water in some places, but you know, we're not doing any damage. So we've cut 2. Had to upcharge a little bit for one of them because they put a fence in, created some extra work for this time that we cut it, and I think we'll have it handled after. Last one went good, nothing new there. This is one I hadn't been to yet. Cody says a bunch of weed eating, so I'm gonna get out of the truck, help them, and we'll have 3 left. So it's 4:30. Been a crazy weekend, a lot of ups and downs and stuff, but thankfully the mulch and all went good, and we were able to capitalize on selling that last yard that we had left to recoup, you know, some of that money. It really helped out the overall.
Hey, Gabriel, I can put a mower on this. I can put a mower on this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll put a mower on that. All right, we done here. I gotta get out of this gate. We had to double cut the front, we had to double cut some of this back, but that'll probably be the last time because she's going to once a week.
Alright, y'all, we're closing this video out. Wrap it up for y'all. We had a rain delay this morning for a few hours. I'm trying to hold it right here to y'all so y'all can see us with the light, and I don't even know if that's working. But maybe that's better. It's 9:45, man. The guys we use this weekend, they don't have a ride. Well, they don't drive, but they had a ride, but the ride broke down. So I mean, you know, the first morning we picked the one guy up in Carrollton, which wasn't really far out of our way. Now it did have to make us change our whole route up. We did the same yards, we just did them differently. So that I don't want to say that messes things up, but I would like to be at people's yards kind of consistently. I feel like that's, and I'm just making this up in my head. I guess at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. But it kind of does allow us to know, like, if we're running the same route 3 or 4 weeks in a row, we know we're always coming through, say, Tallapoosa at 11:30, and then all of a sudden we come through Tallapoosa and it's 1 o'clock. Well, if we done that route over and over and over, we would know, hey, there's a good chance we're not going to finish this route today. So I don't know, I would just like to know that. But anyways, we're going to try to get that thing fixed, you know, Friday was bad. I had forgot to put a lady, to give y'all a quick rundown of what happened. We picked a lady up, and she really should have been on the different weekend. Then somebody called because we put postcards out in that neighborhood. Signed her up and everything. And I was like, okay, there's no way we need to go cut 2 in that area, then have to go back the next weekend to cut the 1. So I got this lady, you know, I explained it to her, we needed to move her, wait 3 weeks, and then after that it'd be every 2. Okay, she was all right with that. Well, then the new lady that signed up canceled before we ever even cut there. So then it was almost irrelevant, and it was like, well, whatever. No, we still need her with that other lady. And after all that was said and done, me and her had the conversation and all that, and I told Cody about it. We just completely forgot to put her on the schedule. I didn't make her a reoccurring job after that first one, because sometimes, you know, I just don't do that because people, I'm gonna start doing it now, you know, because I forgot. But anyways, we had to make a trip all the way back there, and it was just one thing after another. We lost our tail on 1 yard, bad. Got to figure out what to do there. I talked about that yesterday. But other than the rain delay, everything went pretty well. Like I said, the people that were going to bring these guys out to us, the car broke down. So we ended up having to take the guy home last night, and it's like 55 minutes. It's a drive. We took him home, and I was, you know, I looked at the car and stuff, and I said, y'all gonna try to fix it, or, you know, what? And no. So if they were gonna work today, we were gonna have to come get them. That's the only way it could have went down. And we, you know, with not knowing what the rain was gonna do and everything, we really didn't feel like we had much of a choice with what we had planned, knowing we really kind of needed to get it done. I guess there's some things we could have did differently, maybe, hindsight, but I don't know. You know, really didn't know what the rain was going to do. So we just wanted to make sure we could finish what was on the list. We could have pushed a couple yards, but the more we've discussed that, it's really going to be better to reach out and pull some of them other yards to this weekend instead of pushing all these over. Because we're building a tight route up in Cedartown area. That job ended up paying $14.70. We had $500 in the mulch. And we spent, what, 3 hours? And you know, it was about 3.5 hours. I don't know. You know, it was a good job. There's so many different ways you can look at stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, this job right here, you know, pays the labor for the whole weekend. You know, I look at it like that, and then I look at it and you break it down per hour and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, well, we could have made more, but I don't know. So with the 1 yard of mulch, we got to thinking, and I text one of our customers that are real good. We've never done any extra work for them, but they do have black mulch in their beds at their house, and luckily I was able to sell it to her, and sold it to her for $140 a yard. I mean, I bet we were there like
10 minutes.
Yeah, could have been 10 minutes at max. Pulled up, wheelbarrowed the mulch in, throwed it in there, got rid of all the trash and all that at our dump right there, local dump, you know, on the way to going to cut. And we ended up cutting the 6 yards we had left on the schedule. Today was a pretty good day, in my opinion, with the adversity and everything we had to go through with the rain. And we did have a little bit of a rain delay at the mulch job. It rained. We probably had to take about a 20-minute break while it rained, but it's just, we're just grinding, man. We're just grinding. I mean, it's like every weekend here lately, we've, not only do we have 20 to 22 yards or whatever to cut, but we also have, you know, 60 or 70 bales of straw to put out, 12 yards of mulch, 9 yards of mulch, or 10 yards of mulch, you know, which is good. The mistakes that we have been making, we're learning from them. And, you know, I was banging my head against the wall about the stuff that happened yesterday, and not to make excuses, but when you go from, you know, we topped out last year at probably 31 yards, and then we're already at like 45, 47, whatever, and well, it's just more accident prone. The more things you got going on, the more chance there is for something to go wrong. Price wrong, time wrong, whatever. And that's what's been happening a little bit. But yeah, man, that's about it. Well, that is it. I don't even want to tell y'all how many miles we did this weekend. But I will tell y'all this. It don't cover the time and everything. And I know they can't help what happened with their car situation and all. But I knocked a couple dollars off just because I'm having to do this. Having to do this drive. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night, you know? So they'd have got a little bit more money if they could have pulled up where I needed them to pull up. So, right or wrong, that's what I did. But, yeah, we're going to wrap this up, and I don't know. We really need to sit down and talk about our numbers and stuff, maybe tomorrow or something, and try to figure out what we can do, and, you know, maybe who we need to drop. So, we did drop the one yesterday, but we also picked up one for next week's route that is a next door neighbor. So part 1, cut 2. So that's way better than what we did have. But all right, we'll get back with y'all next week.